Too late. I'm here to help you, but you have got to come clean with the things that you have done.
Then he cheated on me before we were married.
Who will?
My sister.
Will the truth heal them or kill them?
I broke his trust.
That's right now. How is everybody doing today? Thank you for coming to the Robert Irvine Show. I'm going to tell you today is a very exciting day, and we have a great show for you. I feel like it's a great day to help some folks. So this is Christine. Christine has lived most of her life feeling abandoned by one person she thought she could turn to the most. But that person wasn't there, and that was her mother, Twyla. So, first of all, welcome, Christine. How are you?
Doing good. How about you?
Nice to see you. So, you haven't seen your mum for 6 years. Why not?
I found that it was best. I had children, and because of my childhood, I thought it was safer for me to keep someone like her away from my children.
When you say your childhood, tell me what was so bad about your childhood.
It started when I was really young. My dad was military, so we traveled a lot, and she started physically abusing me and my brother. And when I'm talking about physical abuse, I mean kicking, hitting, dragging me by my hair across the hallways.
Verbally abusing you?
And physically
abusing you.
And there was incidents where she'd knock everything off of our dressers. She would just, something, I don't know what would overcome her, but something overcame her. And we would have stuff on our dressers, everything. She'll knock it all down, and she'll tell us to pick it up. If it got to a certain destination in the house and it wasn't picked up, then it was going to the trash. But the whole time we're supposed to be cleaning it up, she's beating us, just physically beating us.
Do you call her mom?
No. I call her by her name, Twyla. I don't believe that she she deserves the title of being called mom. I've called her Twyla for a while, and my children don't even know her. She's really never seen any of my children. She wouldn't know what they looked like if she's seen them in the streets.
When did this abuse start for you with your mom?
When I started remembering the abuse, I was about 3 years old. My dad, he would sleep all day and work all night because he worked graveyard. And so it was one of those things, like, even my dad didn't know what was going on. And
no clue whatsoever? None.
He knew that she has a temper. He knew that. There was times that when I was 8 years old, I walked in on her strangling him with his T-shirt. And, like, my dad's 6'2", and he's over 300 pounds.
So that caused a divorce?
They, that's actually an even more disturbing story. He let her boyfriend move in with us, and her boyfriend slept on my bottom bunk of my bed while my brother had his own room and my dad had his own room. He said just by the law, he couldn't kick her out or not let her boyfriend move in. So her boyfriend stayed on my bottom bunk with her. They slept on my bottom bunk.
Can we go back a bit? When you said you were abused, you were thrown on the floor and dragged by your hair, was there any sexual abuse?
I was sexually assaulted, not by Twyla. It was by somebody else. And when I came to Twyla about the situation, it was completely ignored.
It was ignored?
It was ignored. It was just completely ignored. She was evidently abused as a child as well. She told us that her daddy beat her.
Give me specifics on how she abused you. Twyla abused you.
Okay, and this is one incident I'll never forget. There was a candle. And she had a candle while there was a bubble in the candle, like a wax bubble. She asked us not to pop it. I was interested. I popped it. The next thing I know, she was on top of me with her knees in my palms, choking me. And I begged God to just kill me. Just let her beat me to death. Just let her, just so it'd be over. I was scared all the time.
You had an incident with a knife?
Yes. At the time, she was with the guy that had slept on the bottom bunk.
Yeah.
He came to our house drunk. And he came after me with a knife. And that is the only time Twyla's ever in my life I've ever seen her physically protect me. But she still stayed with him. She stayed with the man that was coming after her daughter. That's the reason why she's not called mom, because we were never first priority. I have 3 children. My children will always be number 1 next to God. And
So Twyla has never met your kids, is that correct?
She's seen Madison probably for about 10 minutes while she was 2 months old. And Madison's my oldest, and she's now 5. She would see my kids in the street. She wouldn't know who they were.
But are you afraid that if she sees them that she's going to abuse them like she abused you?
Yes, I don't know if there's a chance that if she's too old, if she's ever going to get out of this.
Okay.
And she's told me, she's like, well, I've told you sorry. And she's like, how many times do I got to tell you? It's one thing to say sorry, but it's one thing to say sorry, admit to it, own up to it, feel remorseful for it. But she feels like, oh, I'm sorry, let's leave it alone.
Well, Christine certainly doesn't make Twyla sound like the mother of the year, does she? Are you ready to meet Twyla? Come on in,
No way,
Twyla.
Robert. I tried my best. I did my best with her, Robert. I did
Sit
all
down,
I
take
could.
a seat.
No.
Take a seat.
Thank you, but I did the best I could with her. I wasn't the perfect mother. No, I'm not.
So
I'll
physically
never,
beating your
I never,
children,
but I
physically
never
beating
said I
your
was.
children.
Did you mind?
Wait a second, you're
Is that
saying
what
you tried
did?
your best,
Wait,
but
stop.
physically
I tried my best.
physically abusing your children?
Well,
That
Stop.
justifies
Now.
it?
No.
Both of you. Wow. Are you a good mother or are you a bad mother?
I'm not saying I'm the perfect mother. I'm not going to say I'm the best mother in the world. No.
Have you ever beaten her or abused her?
Well, if I did, Robert, I can't say I did because no.
Simple yes or no.
No, Robert, I did not.
You can look me in the eyes and tell me that.
No.
More importantly, what about the accusation of sexual assault?
Well, Robert, she had the habit of lying to me sometimes about different things, so I didn't take her seriously sometimes about anything. I didn't know what to believe from her. So I did
you knew nothing about it?
I did the best I could.
You just
As your
said that
mother.
you didn't know if you could believe it. So your child can be sexually assaulted.
No.
And you
Well, my
justify it because
child-
you think a 10-year-old's lying to you about sexual assault?
Well, my 10-year-old never told me the truth all the time either.
I was
She lied.
10.
Wait, did you
Children lie.
even think to investigate that?
No, Robert, I did not.
Why?
Because she's always lied to me a lot of things, about different things.
But you're up here lying to him, saying you never physically abused me?
No, I did
You
not.
never physically
no, I did
abused
not
me?
physically
So what did you
abuse-
call it?
I call that getting a whipping.
So-
That's what you got.
So
All these
what-
kids
but
in
what
this
it-
world nowadays need a
my
whipping.
children, wait a second.
Need whipping. Need whipping?
Yes, they need whipping. Children
What
need
century
whipping,
are you
Robert.
from?
Well, my mother always whipped me.
But that doesn't
And
mean
my
that
father
does not
too.
mean that you can whip kids. Not in
Well,
this day
my
and
mother,
age.
in these days in the world, you cannot make your kids.
You just got
They
to
got
telling
thugs.
him.
You just said you didn't raise a hand to her, yet you're saying whipping.
You
whipping
just told
is
him that
different
you
from
got.
abuse.
You just said. Did you not just say that your daddy had beat you?
Yes, my
You
father
just
did.
was just okay, and so
Yes.
that justifies you beating me.
No, it
so
does
your
not.
beating versus my beating
No.
is
You
different.
know what
So
her problem is right now?
What's her problem, Robert?
You know what her problem is?
What is that, Robert?
She doesn't want you to see her kids
I
because
haven't
she's
seen 'em.
afraid that you will treat her kids like you treated her.
Oh, I've seen Madison when she was up to 3 months old.
she was 2 months old.
How old is she
3.
now?
She's over 5. She turned 5 in
let me-
February.
So you saw when she was 3 months old,
Yes.
but you haven't seen her since.
No.
Why?
Because Christine don't let me talk to him or see him.
How does that make you feel?
It hurts. It really hurts. But I can't
But why-
see
why-
my grandchildren
But why won't she let you see your grandchildren?
because she's just a very spiteful daughter.
I'm
Very
spiteful.
Very
I'm spiteful.
vindictive.
Okay, so how about you sleeping on
well-
my bottom bunk? How true is that? Is that a lie too?
I want to
Is
go
that
back.
a lie?
That was part of my past. I don't bring up my past.
But that's
so
what we're
it's
talking
okay.
about. We're talking about your
Right.
past.
But that's
Your
So
past.
it's okay for your
Listen,
boyfriend
Your
to sleep
past
with.
has a bearing on how Christine's grown up.
Right.
And how she keeps you away from her kids.
Well, first
because
of
you
all,
were
Robert-
whipping, whatever you want
Yes,
to call
Robert,
it.
it is a
What
whip-
is that?
The whippings are mean to get a whipping on their butts.
With
On
what?
their
A
butts.
belt?
Yes.
With butt, yeah. a
How
belt.
hard? On a scale of 1 to 10. 10 being bleeding.
No, not bleeding. No.
So I've
But
never
you
what?
had
Tell me.
bruises.
Well, my mother always told me to whip them on the butt, never the legs or hit her. in
So
the
how
face.
hard did you
So-
hit them? How hard did you hit her?
I didn't hit her that hard like she claims.
Well, you're
No.
claiming it.
Wait
I'm
a
asking
second.
you.
My child, I have 3 children. I have a 5-year-old, I have a 3-year-old, and 1-year-old.
Yeah.
My 3-year-old is the same age that I remember when you started beating me.
No,
and
I did not beat you.
She started.
You just said you did.
No, there's a whipping and a beating.
All right,
They're two
what is the
different
difference
things.
between a whipping and a beating? Because I'm confused
Because
right now.
whipping a person is whipping them on the butt, Robert. And
Okay,
you gotta
I
whip-
was whipped with a
Okay.
belt
Okay,
as,
but
as a
that's
young
not
man.
an abuse.
I have 2 daughters.
But that's not abuse,
Listen to me,
Robert.
I'm talking. I have 2 daughters. They're 18 and 15, and I've never raised a hand to them. Never.
Okay, Robert,
Because it's
that's
called
all.
communication.
We never had communications.
It was-
But you're the mother. You're the mother
graduation.
supposed to set an example to the daughter,
Well, I was
correct?
at her graduation and her prom.
Did you see me at my graduation?
Yes, I did.
So you saw me because I walked across stage and you seen me, but you
Yes.
never seen me at my graduation.
Well,
You didn't see me, so don't act like that. And let me explain that.
first of all, she
Same month,
went to-
I graduated in May. My daughter was born that February before I graduated in May, and I was a teen mother. I got pregnant at 16, and you know what? I didn't abuse my child. I still got a high school diploma. I married her father, and I have 3 children with him, and I have a beautiful
Really?
family.
Well,
And when I spank my children, and it's called spanking, and it's on their butts, and it's with my hand, I don't close fist, I don't slap them, I don't pull my daughter's hair, I don't bust their knuckles with brushes.
Were you physically and abusive to your daughter?
no.
And if you continue to lie about that, then the resolution
how- if you
will be
can't-
non-existent.
I am talking.
No.
I will tell you when to talk. If you can't admit to the things that you have done, and that's why you
Robert,
came.
I have
Let me
apologized
finish.
to her,
Let me
guys.
finish. If you can't admit to the things that you've done in the childhood to fix the relationship, how do you expect this relationship to go to that
I've
level?
apologized to Christine
But
a lot of times.
apologizing for what? You've told me you've done nothing.
No, I wasn't. But still, there was ways that they couldn't be
Was
out.
Christine chased by a knife by your ex-boyfriend?
I
Remember that night?
No, I don't.
Really?
I really don't.
Twala.
Stop. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. Listen, look at me. For you to move forward in this relationship, you've got to come clean, right? That's what this is here. I'm here to help you. I'm not here to chastise you, right? I'm here to help so you can see those kids and get a relationship with your daughter. Because that's what she wants, but you have got to come clean with the things that you have done. Otherwise, this doesn't work. So
Robert,
whatever, listen to me, I'm telling you something.
Well, Robert, I did the best I could with her. What
You
do you
keep
want me to
saying
do?
that. Now-
I have done the best I could for
Right.
any of my children.
I don't want to hear, listen to me, I don't want to hear that you've done the best you could anymore, because I understand that, okay?
Robert, I
listen
taught
to me.
her things
Listen
that
to me.
every-
I am talking. You want my help? I can help you. But you have to admit the things you did, right, wrong, or indifferent. We all have something. Hey,
Robert, I was abused just as well.
Okay.
But I accepted it. I probably
I'm
did
sorry,
take
and
my
I'm
daddy's
sorry
seat.
that you were abused.
Well,
and I'm sorry that nobody helps you.
can say sorry anymore. It's over with.
Okay.
I'm tired of apologizing to a child that
Okay.
is disrespectful.
Coming up, can Christine forgive Twyla for her abusive past?
I'm mad. There's so many things that you were supposed to be there for as a mother.
Tired of apologizing to a child that
Okay.
is disrespectful
Come
and
here.
unacceptable
Come here.
sometimes.
Sit down. Listen. Here's the thing. In order for us to move forward, and I've just said this, you have got to drop the barriers that you have and that. Look
Robert,
at me.
I
Look
was
at me.
abused as well. So what am I supposed to do? Apologize for things that I grew up learning
And
to do?
Nobody's saying that you weren't the best parent you thought you could be. What we're
Who's
saying
perfect,
is,
Robert? Who's the perfect parent? Show me a perfect parent here in this world other than you.
I'm not a perfect parent either. I wish I was. I make a lot of mistakes, but
Well,
I'm willing to.
I made mistakes.
But I'm allowed to accept those mistakes and tell you when I make mistakes, because accepting mistakes and being open with those mistakes and apologizing for those mistakes helps you move on in a relationship. By blocking,
Robert,
by
I've
blocking.
done apologized too many times
But
to
you
her.
don't.
We tried to talk to each
but
other.
you're apologizing for something you don't know what you're apologizing
Well,
for.
Robert, because I don't remember a lot of things,
Okay.
Robert.
Okay. Fine.
So what am I supposed to do?
but-
I tried not to remember the bad parts of my life.
And that is a normal thing for people to do. They block
You
out
know,
bad parts.
I can't help her daddy would not let me see them. What was I took the law
That was after he got custody.
to see
That was after-
my children.
Okay.
Because you
Because
realized
he would not.
she had it on court. There's court papers. She had us every other weekend. My dad told me until I told my dad all the time. I said, Dad, drop her. Don't answer her phone calls. Change your phone number. Don't speak to her. He said, Christine, I cannot do that until you turn 18. She had custody. He was domicile parent. But every other weekend, she never came, Robert.
Robert, I was
Guys.
not allowed to see them because
Yes, she was.
he would not let me see them.
That's a lie.
So, see, no, that is not a lie.
Guys, I have a young lady I want to introduce, Dr. Wendy Walsh, who's sitting right in the audience here. Wendy, thank you for joining us. Really appreciate you being here. You've listened to the story. Help me out with this. What do you think?
Well, I see two damaged babies. I see two babies who are unseen, who are unheard by their own mothers. And I'm so happy to hear, Christine, that you are able to break the cycle with your own children. But I don't think that your emotional freedom will come from anything she says or does. I think your emotional freedom will come when you learn to practice self-love, when you learn to erase the critical voice inside your head that she may have done to you, and that you can finally be free to deeply love your children. But Twyla, I have the same advice for you. The two of you have put up a wall of words between each other, and nobody's actually talking about feelings, right? I'd like you to look your daughter in the eyes right now and tell her how you feel about her.
I love my child. I love you with all my heart, and I always told you I love you.
Okay,
and
okay.
you don't even say it back.
Stop. Don't turn back on blaming. I heard some blame
But
right
you
there.
don't know. I love
doesn't
her.
matter
That's
what
why
she
I
knows.
love her.
It's what you know. Just stay on your feelings. So your feelings are love.
I love her.
Okay.
And I tell her
stop,
every
stop.
night.
That's it. We're
When
gonna
she
stop
called
right
me
there.
yesterday, I
Shut up.
told her.
Robert, stop her.
You're doing great.
But Robert, I told her
Get
I
in
love
there.
her
So
last
here's
night.
what I want you on. So I want you to listen to Wendy, because you just said something really good. You said you loved your daughter, and you looked at
Yes,
her and
I
you said,
do.
okay,
Okay,
that's
and
where
I
it should,
really
that's,
do. It should
that's
end.
where it should stop.
Because it was followed up with the blaming. So I'd like you now, Christine, to express your feeling without following up with a blame.
I'm mad. There's so many things that you were supposed to be there for as a mother. We're supposed to be
Okay,
there
stop.
for.
No sentence that starts with you. Just your feelings. I feel mad. I feel unseen.
Neglected.
Neglected.
I think, obviously, the reason I brought you here, Wendy, is because there's a lot of hurt, a lot of anguish, disparity here. And, you know, I think this can be fixed. Here's what I want you to do. I want you to, just like we just did with Wendy, I want you to tell me no negative feelings, just positive feelings about Christine.
I love her. I
Looking
love
at
her,
her.
and I wish I could hug her, but I know that's
So
not gonna
why can't you
happen.
do that?
Well, because I don't know if she wants me to hug her, Robert.
Well, why don't you ask her?
Can I give you a hug?
Coming up. Does that give you some satisfaction?
So, like, physically abusing it as a
You're sitting here on the stage.
I
looking,
love her. I
looking
love
at
her,
her.
and I wish I could hug her, but I know that's
So
not gonna
why
happen.
can't you do that?
Well, because I don't know if she wants me to hug her, Robert.
Well, why don't you ask her?
Can I give you a hug?
I just want. I'm sitting
I'm
here.
trying my best to be what I can.
You just told Robert that you didn't do all these things. Then you told him that you took after your daddy's traits, and then you're telling him that you don't remember. So which story?
There's things I don't remember.
Which
Christine.
story is it? Which one?
I abused you. I'm sorry that I verbally hurt you,
Doesn't that feel better?
but there's no way.
There's no but. Does that give you some satisfaction?
She has sat there and she has told me sorry, but what she just said verbally abusing
She
you.
said verbally and physically abusing you.
So, like, physically abusing, as in, do you think physically abusing, spank me with a belt? What kind of physical abuse do you mean?
I did whip you with a belt.
But what other physical abuse? Is that just it?
No.
What else was it?
Christine, I'm not going to sit here and tell
But
you.
that's what I need. That's
well,
what I'm
I have
telling you.
told you I was sorry. Robert,
What
you
is-
can see
what
she's
she
going to
needs?
keep, yeah, because she's going to keep pounding that
Okay.
out.
First of all, I think we've come a little closer than when we started. That's for sure. But by the admittance of, you know, Twyla saying that she did abuse you and physically and
But she's halfway doing it. That's
okay,
the issue.
but things don't happen overnight. And there's a long journey. This just doesn't happen, and I say this all the time. This is years of abuse from Twyla's side and from your side. The good part is, what Wendy said, is that you have grown up to be this amazing human being. You broke that cycle. You've got a great family, right? And if you want this to work, you know, that's between you two, and only you can decide that, right? I know we have your son backstage, Bubba. Do you want Bubba to meet Twyla? That's your choice.
If I get to hold him,
Okay.
then I will let him come.
Yeah, come on, let's bring Bubba out. Bubba!
Oh, he looked like he just woke up from
Hi.
his nap. Look at him, his little smile.
So how old is Bubba?
He turned 1 2 months ago.
Hi. Hi. So, you just bring her over. You can hold him, but bring her over to Twyla.
Hi.
This is what you're missing out on, right?
Yes,
This
sir.
is what life is. You missed her childhood for whatever reason. Now she has 3 beautiful kids.
Yes, sir.
And,
Robert, it is cute.
okay, let's have somebody take off the baby so I can talk to you two alone. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Okay, bye. Bye. Bye.
Uh-oh. Oh.
Okay, Christine, I'm putting the ball in your court. You have to make the effort if you wish, and you have to set the boundaries for Twyla.
Right.
Okay? Twyla, listen. Take what you have done and look at it. Only you'll know what that is. But once you're at peace with yourself, then you can move forward. And then the relationship can thrive and prosper. But if you don't, that will never happen. We'll be right back. Coming up, a marriage fractured by deceit. Will the truth heal them or kill them? If you really want, welcome back. This is Alicia. For the past 8 months, Alicia says she's been tormented and ridiculed by the one person she trusted the most in life. Alicia, who is that person?
My husband, Randy, of 20 years. We've been together 20 years, married 8. We got 5 beautiful kids. He's just been making my life a living hell. He wakes me up in the middle of the night. Sometimes he has these dreams or nightmares or something that I'm cheating on him, and he'll wake me up accusing me, asking me who it is. Is it one of his friends? He'll pull me out of the bed.
So he wakes you up based on a dream?
He's paranoid. I think it's paranoia. But I'm looking for him to step up. I'm not looking for anybody else.
Okay.
You know, I don't need anybody else.
So when you say step up, what does that mean?
I need him to make more money so he can help me pay bills and, you know, buy the house that I need and stuff so that we can.
So he's
you know,
not
be happy.
he's not supplying you the things you need.
Right.
Does he have reason to wake you up and have these dreams and thoughts? Is there a reason behind that?
I mean, I did make a mistake. It was a mistake.
Okay, what do you mean you made a mistake?
I did cheat on him.
So he has a right to think these thoughts, right?
He does and he doesn't. I mean, it was the reason he cheated on me before we were married.
Were you dating?
Yeah, we were together for 7.5, 8 years.
Okay, and he cheated on you in that
me.
relationship?
Right.
Who with?
My sister.
So what's that got to do with your mistake?
My
now,
mistake-
and what's that mistake? You slept with somebody.
Because I slept with the landlord.
So why did you sleep with the landlord? Why did you cheat?
Well, what happened was I had a conversation with Randy about the rent. I was solely paying. He quit his good job and went to a lower paying job without talking to me and made that decision on his own. And we weren't able to pay the rent. And they were saying we'd have to get out, you know. So I went to my landlord and discussed it with him. And one thing led to the next. And unfortunately, I made the biggest mistake of my life.
Which was you slept
Which was sleeping with him.
So was this sleeping with the landlord to pay the rent, or was it to get back at Randy?
In the long run, I guess you could say it was both. It wasn't intentional. I didn't go there to sleep with the landlord.
Did you have feelings for this guy?
No. It wasn't like that.
So how many times have you slept with this landlord?
It was twice total.
Twice.
Twice.
So, but you're not currently doing that, right?
No, I'm not with anybody.
But you
Like I
said you made one mistake. That's two mistakes.
Well, one person, two mistakes.
How has Randy dealt with you?
Every day it's just a constant, you're a whore, you're a slut, bitch.
And how you mentioned children, okay? So how do they react when they hear him screaming, shouting names at you?
They're upstairs or outside. They act like they don't hear it, but I know they hear it. The walls aren't that thick. And I get scared sometimes because it's just, he just gets so emotional and physical, and then he goes with his hands and stuff, and I don't know if he's gonna punch or swing or, whatever.
So you're afraid of him hitting you?
Yeah, sometimes. When his hands get to going, I get a little...
Has he ever hit you?
He's put his hands, handled me, not punched or anything like that.
So why do you stay with him?
Because I love him. I do.
Alicia says no matter how hard she tries, she cannot convince Randy that she's telling the truth. That's why she called me to knock some sense into him. So let's welcome Randy. Come on in, Randy. Take a seat.
Really?
How are you?
I'm all right. Really, yo?
Yeah, it's true.
Take a seat there, young man. So, Randy. Wow. So you think it's fine for a man, and you're kind of a tall guy, right?
Yeah.
To abuse her verbally and push her and use your hands. She's afraid of you.
Well, it's not okay for me to push her or put my hands on her.
Have you ever done that?
Yes.
Why?
Because I got angry.
Okay, is that an excuse?
No, it's not an excuse. It's just that me and her, we built everything we have. Everything. We started from nothing. I'm saying we built everything.
Okay.
So my thing is, I want to know how some other guy came in between us.
We're here because you don't believe that she's not seeing anybody. Is that correct? She's telling me that you feel that she's sleeping with everybody. Is that right?
Not everybody.
Okay, just a few people.
Just a few randoms.
Just a few people. When was the last time you had sex with her?
Earlier this week.
Okay.
And normally it's about twice a month.
Okay.
And when the sex stops in someone's house, it's for a reason. You know what I'm saying?
Don't mind my...
What is that reason in your...
In my mind, it's because somebody else is getting it.
When you're badgering me every day, I don't want to touch you. I don't want to have sex with you. It's a turn-off. It's a serious turn-off. I don't want it.
Here's my question, which I don't find very funny, by the way.
Right.
You abuse your wife verbally in front of your kids.
Right.
He wouldn't say it's in front
Why?
because they're upstairs.
No.
Yeah, but they can hear.
No. Is that true?
Yes, it is true.
Why?
Because I'm hurt. You know what I'm saying?
So they should suffer too?
No, it's just I really didn't put any thought into them. It's just that
It's him.
me, you know what I'm saying?
Him.
Because
So it's all about you,
Yeah.
right?
it's all about
Yes.
our relationship. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
I don't want to be a father from afar. I married her because I loved her. I want to be happy. I want to die with someone. And she devastated me. The music used to play. There's no more music.
My music's been dead.
When it's
for
110
15
degrees
years.
outside and it's bright and sunny, it's cloudy to me.
So why are you still with her?
Because I do love her. I honestly do love her. You know what I'm saying?
So what do you do to rekindle that relationship that is cold and dark, except abuse her?
Well, it's not like I abuse her all the time. I've been
Verbally, every day, when I wake up, before I go to work, when I come home from work.
Coming up,
When we argue and stuff, he just
what do you do to rekindle that relationship that is cold and dark, except abuse her?
Well, it's not like I abuse her all the time. I've been
verbally, every day, when I wake up, before I go to work, when I come home from work.
What do you call her? What do
I
you
can't
call
even
her?
go upstairs to bed because you want to
What do you call
badger
her?
me some more.
I want to hear
bitch,
them.
slut, whore, suspect, sneaky.
Yeah.
Boo.
Because you think she's cheating on you. Still.
Right.
Is it true that you force your kids to spy on her?
Sometimes.
What do you mean sometimes?
I don't even know about it.
You don't?
No.
I don't know about that.
No.
I got a chance to spend some time with your kids.
I know you did.
Right? And talk to them about what they feel, about how you treat them, about what you make them to do. Take a look at this. So obviously, because you're teenagers, I'm not going to show your faces. Randall, have you ever heard your dad call your mum names?
Yes.
What type of names?
Whore or bitch or slut. Because he thinks she's sleeping with multiple men.
The arguing, the yelling, it's terrible. And it's mainly my dad's voice. I don't really hear my mom's voice because she shuts down.
It makes me feel like my mom is defenseless. Sometimes when my mom cries, it doesn't make me feel good. And sometimes they bring out their anger on us.
It kind of aggravates me only because, you know, you don't need to be frustrated with us because we're not the problem.
Do you feel that you're put in a position between both parents, both of you?
Yes.
That is uncomfortable?
Yes, it's
Yes.
very uncomfortable.
Mainly our dad does that. Our mom doesn't try to bring us in.
I just don't want to choose sides because I feel like if I do, it's gonna cause more conflict between the two of them, like because you're using us as like a weapon.
Do you believe that you should be involved in these adult issues, or do you believe you should be children?
You know, I believe that they should resolve it by themselves.
I feel like we're separating as a family.
When you see that, what does that make you feel like? Why are you crying?
Because I don't like when they hear everything. And I always tell him, when we argue and stuff, he just gets louder and louder. He'll ask me a question, I'll answer him. He'll repeat the same question, I'll answer the same question. And he'll be like, I'm lying about everything that I answer him with because I broke his trust.
And that's exactly what it is. You know what I'm saying? It's exactly what it is.
Yeah, but the answer's not going to change because it's the truth. And I keep telling you that. And I keep, every time,
But
I
like
just
I
try
said,
not
the
to
whole
cry.
point-
And he'll be like, if I do cry, he'll be like, I don't care if you're crying
Right.
your crocodile tears.
Because
And I don't even try to cry anymore because
You
I've
crushed
been
my
over
world.
it. I've been over it for
Crushed
so
my
many
world,
years.
yo.
You crushed mine.
You know, we're both some crushed people.
Right,
I'm saying,
and
but like
that's
I
why I
you
said the
married
way
me,
I
though.
worked on it, you need to
married
work
me.
on it too. You didn't help me
So,
get over
if you
you
married
sleeping
me-
with my sister. I did that
married
on
me-
my own.
Right.
You find your way of getting over it the way I
You
did.
did, right. But you married me, so in a way you forgave me.
What is it you want him to know today?
He knows that I love him.
So you want to prove to him, once and for all, that you're not cheating anymore. Is that
Right.
correct? What do you want for today?
I want to know the truth. I just want to know if she's being faithful or if she's being unfaithful. And if she's being unfaithful, we're definitely done. And then you won't have to worry about my verbal abuse. You know what I'm saying? I'll be gone.
What if she told you the truth, right? And she hasn't cheated?
Okay.
What then?
I'll kiss her feet right here on the stage and I'll apologize.
But how does behavior change after that?
I'll work on what I need to work on.
Okay, Randy says their marriage can't be saved without a lie detector test. And we have one set up right here, right now. If you really want a lie detector test, I will do it for you. But
Yep. Both.
no matter what happens, it's your family.
Right.
You have to understand that.
No, I know.
Okay. Do you want to stay in this marriage?
Yes, I want to
Do you want to stay in this marriage?
I do if he stops.
Okay. I'm going to give the opportunity to actually stay in that. We have a polygraph administrator by the name of John Grogan. John, will you take Alicia back and give her the test, please? Will Alicia pass the lie detector test? Find out next. Coming up, these are the results.
Yeah.
It's the moment of truth. Did you cheat on Randy? You answered no. The lie detector determined that you were telling after the break. Closed captioning for the Robert Irvine Show is provided by... Welcome back. If you're just tuning in, Randy's wife Alicia is taking a live lie detector test to prove that she only slept with the landlord 2 times for a rent reduction. Randy, what's going to happen if she fails?
I'm done. I'm leaving.
You're done.
Done.
You're willing to leave that family.
My mom raised me. Well, she raised me not to put my hands on women, but
Yeah.
she also raised me not to take crap and let no one walk over me as well.
Okay. So whatever your mum taught you, you totally forgot.
In a way.
Right.
In a way.
Because you abused that woman. Does that make you a big man?
No, I don't look at it that way.
but you let your kids spy on your wife.
Right, and I'm going to apologize.
You think that's right?
That's wrong.
No, it's wrong.
I'm going to apologize.
Because you're an adult guy, right?
Right.
If your wife did that to you, what would you do? You'd probably punch her.
No.
But you've laid your hands on her before.
I've grabbed her before, yeah.
You pulled her out of bed on the floor.
Yeah.
That's not acceptable to me as a grown adult,
right,
to teach your kids. Number one, it's about the kids, not about your wife at this point.
Right.
It's about what the kids are listening to.
Right.
And that's you
right.
go off calling all the names under the sun
right.
that they shouldn't have to deal with.
Right.
And by the way, your son Randall, who plays football, right, and he's a great basketball player, but he detests when you do that, and he detests when you make him spy on his mother when she's in the shower.
And I believe it. In the shower.
When she's in the shower, there's a wink. He told me it's a little wink. Go up and check her phone while she's in the shower?
No,
you don't remember that one?
I never told her that.
Really?
I don't remember that now.
Well, mate, you don't remember it. That's what your son told me. You have a special wink.
Well, no, I know. I tell him, look, you know.
You can't communicate with your wife.
Right.
You have to have your kids spy on your wife.
Well, yeah. And
the verbal abuse.
And I'm going to apologize for that. I keep telling you that.
I'm going to apologize. Listen. You need more than apologizing. Your actions have to speak louder than words. What else do you do?
I verbally abuse her, and that's what I do.
How do you think it makes your son feel, Randall? Do you think he's picking up that traits of verbally abusing his friends?
And that's why he does. He's picking up my trait, but at the same time, like I said,
remember, as kids, we grow up like our parents.
Right, and I'm going to have a talk with him, and I'm going to. And
what are you going to say? What are you going to say to Randall?
That Daddy was wrong. Daddy was wrong.
Right, wrong for doing what?
Telling him to do the things I told him to do.
And Daddy was wrong for verbally abusing his mom.
Yes. Yes.
Because otherwise, he's going to grow up as a young adult and do the same to females.
Yes.
What's going through your head right now?
I really don't have any thought right now. More on my kids and how I'm feeling bad right now because I didn't know that's how they felt. I always taught my kids, if you got any problem, you can talk to me. You know what I'm saying? And don't hide anything from me.
Do you think they hide things from you?
Yeah. So
why do you think that is?
They didn't want to get in the middle of anything, honestly, and I've kind of forced them.
Yeah. No. That's not fair, right?
No.
I'm glad you feel bad, because that means there's hope, right? Okay. Let's bring him back from the abyss, the lie detector room. John, can you bring Alicia back, please? You nervous?
No, I'm not nervous. It's going to be either one way or the other. It doesn't matter. I mean, I want her to pass. That's why we're here. I want her to pass. Because I'm sick of waking up every day with this pit in my stomach.
John?
Hey.
These are the results?
Yeah.
Thank you. Welcome back, Alicia. How was that? Are you ready to hear the results?
Yes.
Okay. Question 1. We ask Alicia, did you cheat on Randy to get even with him for cheating with your sister? You answered yes. The lie detector determined that you were telling the truth.
I told you that. I told you that.
The second question. We ask Alicia, did you have sex with the landlord to reduce the rent? You answered yes. The lie detector determined that you were telling the truth. The third question, we ask Alicia, did you fall in love with the landlord? You answered no. The lie detector determined that you were telling the truth. Question number 4. We ask Alicia, did you cheat on Randy more than 2 times? You answered no. The lie detector determined that you were telling us the truth. So, I believe that you are going to do something. You're not done with that.
Got both of them?
You're not done with that. What are you going to say, first of all?
I'm sorry for treating you the way I've been treating you. I love you, and I want to spend the rest of my life with you. And I just need to get back to my kids so I can apologize to them. Will you come with me?
Yeah.
Give me a hug.
I love you.
I will too. Sit down for 1 second. There's one thing that I'm going to say to both of you. Children in the middle of a relationship should never witness abusive behavior, whether physical or verbal. Okay?
Yeah.
I think you realize that. It's our job as parents to make sure that we bring our kids up the right way,
Right.
with right values and right morals. And they haven't seen that. Okay? Thank you very much for coming. We appreciate you. Now you're going to start that road of non-abuse
Yeah.
and love, correct?
Yes.
I can call
Stay
you.
with us.
Right?
We'll be right back. Yeah. Are you a couple in crisis? Are you on the brink of divorce? If you need my help with your relationship, come and be a guest on my show. Contact me at therobertirvineshow.com or call me at 1-844-IRVINE1. I'd like to thank all my guests for being here. Sometimes the truth really hurts, but you gotta hear it. Remember, go out and make a difference in somebody else's life. If you have a story you'd like to share with us, visit our website, www.therobertirvineshow.com. God bless you, stay safe, and we'll see you next time.